The meeting is called to order. Welcome to today's City Council meeting for February 18, 2025. Please stand and join me in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Kim, please call the roll.
Thank you, Council President. Mayor Ralph. Council President Kaur.
Here.
Councilmember Boyce.
Here.
Councilmember Boyd.
Here.
Councilmember Fincher.
Here.
Councilmember Larmer.
Here.
Councilmember Michaud.
Here.
Councilmember Troutner.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Next up, we have agenda approval. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Nothing from staff, Your Honor.
Nothing for council? Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So move. Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you so much. Next up, we have public communication, and we have a couple of appointments. The Mayor Ralph is recommending the following people to serve on a commission and is hoping for confirmation from my colleagues here. First up, we have appointment to Kent Arts Commission, and we have Linda McIntosh here. Linda, do you wish to say anything?
I just appreciate the appointment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Linda is actually on Rotary, Kent Rotary. And then next up, we have appointment to the Independent Salary Commission. Bill Cogswell wishes to serve on the Independent Salary Commission. Bill, do you want to say anything?
Just appreciate being here and being nominated.
Thank you so much, Bill. And these nominations will be under a consent agenda for approval. Next up, we have community events. Councilmember Boyce.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. We've got some events coming up at Sesso Showwear Center. The 21st to the 23rd, Tacoma Stars versus the Baltimore Blast. The 22nd, we had the Seattle Thunderbirds against the Silvertips. March 1st, Tacoma Stars against the San Diego Sockers. March 2nd, Seattle Thunderbird against the Tri-City American. And March 4th, Seattle Thunderbird against the Kamloops Blazer. May 10th, we have this Sunday.
Sunidhi Chauhan.
Exactly what she said. On May 10th. May 31st, we have the Kent International Festival. That's always a fun event to go to, so that'll be nice to go on. July 7th, we got Cody Jinks Hippies and the Cowboy Tours. And then on September 26th, we got the OV Worship Night. These all happen at the Sesso Showwear Center, downtown Kent. So if you get a chance to go, please do. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilmember Boyce. Councilmember Fincher, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On the 1st of March, there is the spring recycling event, so get all of your recycling out. Take it over to Hogan Park, free opportunity for you to get rid of those things cluttering up your garages and your closets. And then you also have 2 opportunities in the month of March to check out the Spotlight Series. Great entertainment, a great price right here in Kent. All of that information there is more information available on our website, kentwa.gov.
Thank you, Councilmember Fincher. Okay, next we have Public Safety Report, and we have Chief Padilla here to present the Public Safety Report.
All right, good evening. Madam Council President, members of the City Council, it's my pleasure to bring you this month's report. It'll be a very brief report and all good stuff. So we'll start off with a swearing in of one of our newest officers. If I could have Officer Bosch come forward, please. I told him he had to stand here facing his back towards you guys and all that stuff, so, for the cameras. Officer Guillermo Bosch is a lateral officer from the Honolulu Police Department. He's originally from Spain, and his life has taken, what he says here, has taken him on a journey to several places in the world. Before he was with Kent, he worked in different roles, including a stint as a paparazzi in New York. So probably decided to switch to the side that makes the news, not reports the news. These experiences have shaped his approach to life and work, offering him a broad perspective and a strong work ethic. Guillermo was most recently a police officer with Honolulu. Like I said, he served there for 4 years and did very well. He wanted to, just a note for everybody, just a historical note, the last time we hired a Honolulu police officer that had Spanish ancestry, that guy became the chief. So high expectations there. When we asked him why he chose Kent, he says he values public service and aims to make a positive difference in his community, which led him to Kent, as we are a department known for its professionalism and commitment to excellence in law enforcement service. Something interesting about Guillermo is that he's fluent in 7 languages. And he believes that trust is the foundation to any successful community police relations. And he uses his linguistic skills, which mine aren't working right now, to build relationships with people from all backgrounds, and in particular in his role as a police officer. Outside of work, Guillermo enjoys outdoor activities like fly fishing and spending time with his dog, Churro. And he credits his success to the support of his family, especially his fiancée, Christina, who has been a constant source of encouragement for him. Ladies and gentlemen, Officer Guillermo Bosch. Officer Guillermo, do you want to introduce, I think it's just your fiancée, but you want to introduce her?
Yes, so I kind of kidnapped her from Hawaii and brought her here. She's really happy here now, but Christina Min, she was born in Fiji, and she moved to Hawaii when she was like 2 months old. Her family is fully Hawaiian. Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome. All right, with that, Council President, could you do the honors, please?
Ready? All right, please raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Guillermo Bosch,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the United States of America,
to the United States of America,
the state of Washington,
the state of Washington,
and the city of Kent,
and the city of Kent,
that I will uphold the Constitution
that I will uphold the Constitution
and the laws
and the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Washington,
and the state of Washington,
and that I will obey the rules
and that I will obey the rules
and regulations of the Kent Police Department.
and regulations of the Kent Police Department.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And while we do that, there was a question from Councilmember Fincher as to what are the 7 languages?
A little bit of English, Italian, French, Portuguese, German, Catalan, German, Catalan, Spanish, English, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Welcome to Kent.
Thank you so much.
All right, Matt. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, next up, I'd like to call from the audience Carlos Gomez, Victor Gonzalez Marquez, and Ruby Sanchez Mendoza. I'm not sure Ruby's here, but gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind, come standing where Officer Bosch was. So tonight, we get the privilege of honoring these two with the Chief Citizen Commendation Award for saving the life of a young person back in December 3rd of 2024. These two men were directly involved with saving the life. So let me tell you what happened. Puget Sound fire personnel, along with Kent Police, received a 911 call requesting assistance for the CPR in progress of a child. Two children had been playing in one of our communities with zip ties, because kids do that kind of stuff. And one zip tie ended up around the neck of another, and it was cutting off the breathing from one. The two youth ran outside, and one of the youth, the one who survived, ultimately collapsed because they couldn't breathe. Ruby Sanchez Mendoza, who's not able to make it tonight, she was. There was a question about transportation for who's a youngster. Immediately got and ran home to call for help to get people to respond. Victor and Carlos here were working nearby. They heard the yelling for help, and they responded immediately. They had to climb over a fence to get to the adjacent neighborhood, and went to aid the child that was not breathing. And they also called 911 to get us en route. Victor was able to hold a light stable and stabilize the child, while Carlos was able to get a pair of cutters and cut the zip tie off the neck. At this point, the youth was blue and purple and unconscious, right? And so doing this, they restored air passageways. Our officers, along with medics, were able to get there on time and were able to stabilize the youth and get the youth to the hospital for additional treatment. And that youth is alive today. So there are immediate and decisive actions taken by save this youth's life without a doubt. The chances of us making it in time were not great, and so we're very, very thankful. We give the Chief's Award of Citizen Commendation for outstanding acts of like this, where there's either service to the community or an act to save a life or do something on behalf of the community that is just outstanding. So I am very pleased to provide you a token of our appreciation. And with that, Victor, Victor, congratulations. You both have brought a lot of family. Do you want to introduce them or say anything briefly? Yeah.
Then, you guys responding also. That day was pretty crazy. Yeah. I have a boy of my own. Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Victor?
More than what we wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Great job, guys.
Good job.
All righty. Last thing for tonight, and then Council President, I'll take any questions that are asked. We have our Community Police Academy coming up here shortly. It begins April 1st and runs through June 2nd. Classes run every Tuesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at our training center. It is a 10-week course, so it is a bit of a commitment, but I will say it's worth it. The Community Academy is an opportunity for members of our community to learn about the inner workings of the department. A wide range of law enforcement topics are covered, including an overview of law enforcement, recruiting and hiring, traffic enforcement, investigations, and criminal forensics, narcotics, gangs, community education, use of force, wellness, our chaplaincy program, and canine. All the courses are taught by KPD subject matters, and yes, you do get to meet the canine dog, at least one of them, probably a couple of them. These are highly interactive classes, including hands-on use of force simulator training, demo and meeting the canine, like I said. And a culminating experience of this is that graduates get to go on patrol for a ride along with one of our officers and get to see for themselves what it's like to be out on patrol. I think for those of you that are graduates up on the council, thank you, and I think you would attest that that is a great experience. So registration is on now, like I said. Go to kentwa.gov/police, scroll down to community education, and then look for the sign up for that. Registration does fill up fast. We usually sell this thing out within 2 to 3 weeks. So if you're interested, please register as soon as possible. And with that, Council President, that completes my report.
Thank you, Chief. Councilmember Sharpner.
Thank you, Council President. Chief, is there an opportunity to have coffee with you coming up soon?
Yes. There is. March 5th, we have our next coffee with the chief. Yes, I just got back from Florida visiting family. So thank you for that, council member. March 5th, and I forget where it's going to be at. Cutter's Point. Thank you. Thank you. So that's usually at 8 o'clock kickoff, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Chief. I think any other questions? Councilmember Boyce.
I'm just curious, how many classes have you had so far? You guys kept track of
How many?
classes?
Man, no, I don't think so. We got quite a few though.
Okay.
Yeah, I can say number of years that we've been doing it is probably, I'm gonna say at least 12 years, probably closer to 15 years we've been doing the academy.
awesome.
And we were doing one a year for a while, and then 2 a year. We started maybe about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, next we have reports from council and staff. I don't have any updates from Mayor Ralph, so our CAO, Pat Fitzpatrick, do you have any reports for us?
Thank you, Council President. Yes, I just want to note that March 7th is our council retreat, and we'll be meeting all day on that day over at the Kent Station Green River Community College, and that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, I'll start with the council reports. And we had our council workshop earlier this evening, and we had a great presentation on Rezone Kent, where we are working towards actually implementing our comprehensive plan. So we'll have community feedback coming up soon on that. And so there will be some surveys and community events happening and virtual feedback that we'll be collecting from the community. So I hope residents will be looking for that. We do have a council newsletter that comes out on Wednesdays. So if you have any questions or any any updates that you're looking for, where your council is spending their time, it's a great way to connect to our community. With that, I will go ahead and get started with my updates. I serve on King County Regional Domestic Violence Initiative Regional Task Force. We had our meeting last week, and our meeting consisted mostly on focusing on legislative priorities for the coalition. So we will see where that ends up by this Friday, and then continuing on in the session. So you'd see if any of the bills that the coalition is working towards, if they will stay alive and will be making it through. I also serve on Growth Management Policy Board with Puget Sound Regional Council, and we recommended that the executive board vote on the comprehensive plans for cities of Lakewood, Mount Lake Terrace, and Stanwood. We also updated or approved committee for Regional Transit-Oriented Development Committee to work on Vision 2050, and then I also serve on nominating committee with Association of Washington Cities, and our work focused on basically setting up guidelines for the committee on how to go through the process of nominations and application forms that will be sent out to the open positions on Association of Washington Cities board and individuals who will be applying for that. So our next meeting will be working on actually nominating committee report, interview questions, and at our annual meeting in June, we will be interviewing candidates who will be then put forth in front of the general body to approve to join the board. With that, I'm going to start with my colleagues here. Councilmember Sharpner, please.
Thank you, Council President. I am chair of the Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority Governance Board. I sit on that board with members Alarmer and Councilmember Boyd. We have a meeting tomorrow night. The Benefit Charge Review Board will consider additional petitions and have that discussion tomorrow at our meeting at 5:30. I am also on the Regional Transit Committee. Our meeting tomorrow has been canceled so that people will have an opportunity to go down and speak with legislators during this week, where we're all taking time to meet with legislators and talk about things that are important to our cities. But we did have a presentation earlier tonight where King County staff spoke to us about the Link Light Rail and its expansion south. They are looking for input from the community, so if you would like to provide input on how to improve transportation and the options available for residents, you can visit www.southlink.connections.com. And again, they are looking for input on how they can make improvements and get people around the city of Kent. And then lastly, I would like to take a minute to thank people that helped and donated things to the severe weather shelter. The city had activated the shelter earlier this month. Special thanks to the Kent AM Kiwanis Club and Councilmember Fincher for donating homemade soup. Also to Debbie Myers from SCAC Industries. They provided individual bags that had a hat, gloves, hand warmers, toothbrush, chapsticks, etc., that was handed out to people that stayed at the shelter. And then also our Parks Department and people from multimedia that helped move the supplies back and forth. It was kind of a huge undertaking, and we couldn't do all this without the without the help of the community. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Tartner. Councilmember Michaud, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Council President. I didn't attend any meetings, but I did do a police ride-along last week. I went out with a patrol officer, Officer Rojas, and we were on the East Hill, like in the Target and Fred Meyer area, and we did some proactive stuff. Well, he did. He did some proactive stuff along with taking some routine calls. And then in the afternoon, I went out with the Special Operations Unit, and first we went and visited the Public Works property over by McSorley Creek. They have hired a contractor to go over there and clean up, but there wasn't anyone there right now, a former encampment. Unfortunately, a lot of that area is owned by private owners, but the Public Works part will be getting cleaned up. And the police department's also working with code enforcement to try to work with those property owners too. And then after that, I was still hung out with SOU, and they did a lot of proactive work downtown, and they meet with homeless individuals. They contact them, and they offer them resources, and sometimes they go out with, they partner with community organizations so that they have a good connection with resources and try to get people help.
Yeah. Thank you, Councilmember Michaud. Councilmember Larmer, please.
Thank you, Council President. So my it'll be a short report. I sit on the King County Senior and Disabilities Advisory Council. Sorry,
You know what you're doing.
it's been a really long day. And we, like many of the committees, are just watching legislation and meeting and reporting on that. A couple bills we're watching, in addition to the senior nutrition, we are taking a look at, we're watching 2 Senate bills that would improve protections for residents in long-term care and increase oversight for retirement community living, in addition to some funding that we're watching for Dementia Action Coalition funding. So that ends my report.
Thank you, Councilmember Larmer. Councilmember Boyce, please.
Thank you, Madam President. I represent the council on the pick for Sound City Association. There was not a meeting last month, but they did have the orientation. I've been attending those the last 12 years. I chose not to go to this one here, but I heard it went extremely well. Also, March 5th, there's going to be a network event at the Renton Technical College. We're going to have the Dr. Hardin, who's the president of Renton Tech. We have our Dow, who is the King County executive. And we got our new SCA director, Robert Felstein, is going to be there. So, if you want to go, make sure you talk to Tobias and he'll get you registered and ready to go. Madam President, that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilmember Boyd. Councilmember Boyd, please.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to add to Council Member Childers' shout out or report out that and within the past couple of weeks we lost a member of our governor's board. He didn't die. He resigned and he went to King County the King County board. His name was Deshaun Quinn. He chose a higher position. So I just want everybody to know that. I also sit on the local hazardous waste management program, and today we had our meeting early this morning, and we talked about how we're going to divide up $24 million. They gave us 3 different options. Option 1 was that we were going to split it 2 ways, and that would be 20% would be going to hazardous waste, and then another 80% would be going to solid waste. And the third would be we had to come up with our own scenario. So what we did, we chose option 2. We had 1 and 2. 1 was 20% hazardous waste, 80% solid waste, and the second option was 35% hazardous waste, and then 65% solid waste. And we chose option 2. So that was the meat of our conversation this morning. And we also went over our annual report letter from our management coordinator committee, and right now we're working on it and we're doing editing to it, and hopefully by our next meeting we should have a memo that will be ready to be posted. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Boyd. Councilmember Fincher, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I will have a relatively short report tonight. I was able to go out with our Public Works Director. We went out and looked at a lot of our projects, water projects, street projects, where we're getting new sidewalks. You will be feeling some pain if you're driving around on Meeker or coming down the hill, but that will not last long. And it's going to lead to a much better situation on the street than there is today. So look forward to those projects. Also looked at where we're getting, we just got new street trees and street lights are being put in. So good things happening as always in the Public Works Department. For King Conservation District, if you live in a house versus an apartment, if you live in a house, whether you own it or rent it, I encourage you to go to the website kingcd.org and take a look there. There are free classes and free services that you might want to avail yourself to. And the election will be certified on the 25th of this month, so we will know who the new supervisor is for District 2. And MID meets next week. That is the end of my report.
Thank you, Councilmember Fincher. With that, with end of our council reports. And next up, public hearing. There is no public hearing tonight. Public comment. Kim, is anyone signed up to provide public comment?
I do not have anyone signed up.
All right, thank you. Okay, next up, we have consent agenda, a consent calendar, and we have items A through O that we have previously a compilation of items that have gone through the committee prior to being placed on consent calendar. Is there a motion to approve items A through O?
So move, Madam President.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you so much. All right, other business. There is no other business tonight. Bids, we have one bid tonight, and our Public Works Director, Chad Beeren, will present information on the 81st Avenue South Stormwater Pump Station and Woodford Avenue North Drainage Improvement bid.
Good evening, Council President, Council. Excited to be here again with another bid, 81st Avenue South Stormwater Pump Station. This is a replacement of an existing pump station at the corner of 196th and 81st Avenue, drains an area in our industrial area. We're going to be using an existing outfall on the 196th and heading to the east, and this is an upgrade. As we replace this existing pump station, we're going to upgrade a little bit. It's not able to keep up today, and the new pump station will, in fact, keep up and make sure that area stays dry. And then over on Woodford, we're going to do a little bit of replumbing on Woodford, which should allow, we're going to take advantage of the Mill Creek reestablishment that happened last summer. We've got a little more capacity in the creek, And we're going to be able to take some of the water that's in the George Woodford area that's been a problem over the years and direct it into the James Street pump station. So excited to be able to do that, and actually partially funded through a grant from the King County Flood District. So a little bit of stormwater fund in this, a little bit of grant funding from the Flood District, and then we've included just a little bit of water work that need to be done in the nearby area. So we received 5 bids. Low bid was from Active Construction for $2.479 million. Engineer's estimate was 2.57. Really tight bids, which is a good indicator that we did a good job on the plans, and we're excited to see the bid. So recommend award.
Thank you, Chad. Is there a motion to award the bid?
I do have a motion. I move to award the 81st Avenue South Stormwater Pump Station and Woodford Avenue North Drainage Improvements Project to Active Construction, Inc. in the amount of $2,479,479 and authorize the mayor to sign all necessary documents subject to final terms and conditions acceptable to the city attorney and the Public Works Director.
Second.
All right, motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you so much. All right, and item number 12 is executive session. There is no executive session tonight. Adjourn it with no further business. The meeting is adjourned. Have a good night.
Wow, it's 7:30.
7:31, I know.